It is a new year, obviously, but it's just another day to, every opportunity, every day in 2023 was another day. Every day in 2024 is also going to be another day and another chance, another opportunity, just like every day, to continue to work on yourself and get better and refine and perfect the process, just as I do, and continue to work on, try and find ways to get better at this process myself. It's just an upward spiral, right? Some of us are like, oh, when I get to my goal, when I reach my goal, I'll be happier. When I get there, I'll feel good. We feel good now while we're in the process, because once we get there, we're going to set more goals for ourselves. And the key is just to continue to keep climbing and climbing and climbing. Life is an upward spiral, and we just keep climbing. Anytime this week or next week or whatever, over the next few days, just take some time to reflect and review on yourself and have some self-awareness of what you're doing, and is it lining up with your actions and your goals, and did you reach your goals? Are you where you want to be? Think about where you started in the beginning of 2023, and think about, towards the end, because 12 months passed by, and what kind of work did you put in towards your goals? And did you see results? Did you get results? And if not, think about why and take it as a lesson. If not, that's perfectly okay. It's never too late to continue to get better and to continue to try harder and put more effort. But what can you do moving forward to make sure that you're in a better place the next time you reflect back on the year that went by? So every day counts, every day matters. And the year goes by fast, time goes by fast. We'll say, I'm going to start this soon, I'm going to start that soon, or soon I'll start doing that. And days go by, we get busy, next thing you know, the whole year went by and we never got to work on some of the things that we should have got to work on, which is why sometimes we're not where we would have liked to have been. Where did you start in 2023? Just take some time to reflect and think back, and where are you now? And what do you need to do moving forward? And what kind of lessons did you learn from 2023? And what kind of progress did you make towards reaching your goals? How did you do? The mistakes and failures that you did make, and what lessons can we take from those mistakes and failures to get better? And take some notes, take pen and paper, take some notes and jot it down at some point. Write it down on a pen and paper and review that and study it. That's how you're going to improve and get better. So also make sure you have your goals written down in a little journal. I think I showed it last time. At least a couple times a week, I write my goals down in this little journal, and I review it pretty frequently, at least once a week, to make sure that I'm staying on track, to make sure that my actions are lining up with what my goals are. I know that these are my goals. I know what I want. I know why I want it. And I also have a plan, and I know how I'm going to get it. So if my actions aren't lining up with that, especially when I consider and think about my why, because why is why it's important to me, why I want to do what I want to do as far as my goals are concerned. So that reminds me, it's important to remind yourself why sometimes, because sometimes we lose focus and we get sidetracked with other stuff and that pull us in the opposite direction of what our goals are. So it's really important to review your why. If you review your why, then you're going to be able to have that desire. And if you have that desire, that's pretty strong. Okay, that keeps you focused. That keeps you on the right path towards your goals, is having that desire. Because if you have that desire, then you can develop the willpower. You develop that willpower, then when things get tough, things get challenging, things get hard, you're not going to throw in the towel and you're not going to quit. That's what willpower does for us. Or when you get defeated or when you fail, that's how you can continue to move forward after failures or temporary defeat. That way it's not a failure. As long as you know and understand that it's just a temporary defeat. You keep moving forward. Okay? Not everybody's perfect. We don't all do good towards what our goals are. Making sure that our actions are daily lined up with what our goals are. We all make mistakes. We all screw up, we all get sidetracked, we all lose focus at times, we get unmotivated. That's totally part of the process. But you got to just pick yourself back up and keep moving, even when you lose track and lose focus at times. That's fine. Just don't throw in the towel and just don't quit. And also write down in your book. So write down what it is, Write down why, write down how you're going to reach that goal. It's like some action verbs. And also you should write down, and this is a big one for me, when I do this, it really makes me, really opens up my eyes, is writing down what are the consequences going to be for me if I don't reach those goals, if I don't make that happen. So just a key point to remember, if we don't change our habits, then nothing's going to change. I know sometimes changing the habits is hard, it's challenging, but with enough practice over and over of working on changing those habits, we can change the habits. And once it does become a habit, it does begin to get easier. The hard things start to get easy. And also remember, unless we can't expect, if we're not seeing the changes we want to see, it's because we're not changing. Nothing's going to change unless we change. So that's something important to remember as well. So if we want to change and we want results, and we have to start completely and change our daily habits on a day-to-day basis. Make sure our daily habits are lining up with what our goals are. If they're not, think about different small little things that we could change throughout the day. And those little small things are going to make a big difference in us reaching our goals and seeing a difference in your body. And you see a difference in your body, you take care of your health. That's you taking care of yourself, and your mindset starts to change and your life will start to change. You got to take care of your body. That's number one. So just slowly but surely, small little bit of changes, not extreme, not big. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be extreme, but slowly and consistently, little by little, every day. And then you start to build up momentum. As long as you just keep pushing and plugging away little by little every day. And start with one habit at a time. If there's some multiple habits that you need to change for you to get better results or for you to see some results, start with one small habit at a time. And little by little, just be patient, and all that's going to add up. It's going to carry a lot of weight, and it's going to make a huge difference. Let me let this guy in the room. Better eating habits. That's an example of a habit. Sometimes we can all use, I think, at times, better eating habits. I know I can. I can always improve my eating habits. So just come up with different things, or think of one or two things at a time that you can work on. Like I said, not everything all at once, not multiple things at once. Just think about little things, little habits that you could work on. And that's going to help you to get closer to reaching your goals, and that's going to help you get better results. Maybe a big one is a better evening or bedtime routine. Okay, your sleep is so important. So something I've been doing in the evening is kind of closer towards bedtime is dimming the lights. And the reason why I bring up sleep, because a lot of people have an issue with this one. Dimming the lights and trying to get off, unless you're working and you have to be on your phone, have to be on your computer right before bedtime. That's understandable. Not everybody can have the luxury of a schedule like that. But if you can, when you can, try to dim the lights closer towards bedtime. Okay, that's going to help to set up your natural sleep pattern a little bit better. Get off of blue screens, get off the phone. That stuff leaves you kind of awake, and it's going to affect the quality of sleep that you get. Or maybe a better morning routine. How's your morning routine? That's big, right? So think about what actions you do in the morning. Are you getting up at the last minute, rushing, not getting time to get your meals in? Or maybe you need to get up a little bit earlier, or cook your food ahead of time, have it ready, throw it in the microwave so you can get your food in you and get going and get to work. Whatever you have to do, make it happen. Even if it's not convenient sometimes, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes. And that's the people who are going to get the most results, is the ones who want it bad enough, who have the desire, and who are willing to do whatever it takes. Even if it's uncomfortable, making sacrifices, even if it's challenging, even if it's hard. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes. And that's how you're going to get to your fitness goals, and that's how you're going to see results. So thank you guys for getting on this call and for making time to get on it. I'd much prefer you guys to, when you can, get on these calls live if you can. If not, like I said, I'm going to have them uploaded onto YouTube. The highlights from these calls, the most important points from these calls, and I'll be sending the link inside of the fitness app, inside of the Transformations group chat. So check that also if you ever see updates in there or messages in there. We have our regular two-way messenger, and then we have our Transformations group chat. I'm pretty sure you guys should all be added into that group chat. If not, let me know and I'll make sure you're added in there. So this is an important tool to ensure your success with the program, and so that you can see better results, is getting on these coaching calls for more accountability. So with accountability, when I say accountability, tracking your workouts, okay, logging your workouts, checking them off, which you guys, the two of you who are on here, you guys both do that very, very well, and I really do appreciate that. That helps me to see what's going on, and you guys are being accountable, and you guys are being responsible as well. And this is why you guys both get results. So I expect that, and this is what I expect from all clients, to log workouts, check them off when I log in. If I see a blank calendar, for me as your coach, even if you are getting the workouts in, but not checking them off, there's just no accountability there. Because there are some people sometimes who don't get the workouts in and obviously don't check them off. So how do I know the difference? When I'm doing check-ins and checking everybody's workout program and I see blank calendars, me as a coach, I'm not a mind reader. So I don't know, when I see blank calendars, the first thought that I'm going to think about is, okay, they're not getting their workouts in. So then I have to message you guys and hold you guys accountable and see what's going on. So if you are getting your workouts, make sure you get them checked off. Make it a habit. Just take some time, take a moment, and get your workouts checked off. Track your workouts, track what you eat, log your calories into MyFitnessPal. It's a very good habit to have. I guarantee you, if you do that regularly, and yes, sometimes it feels tedious, if you log your food, if you log your workouts regularly, you will get better results. It feels tedious sometimes. It feels repetitiveness. It feels boring at times. But this is all part of the process, and that's how we get results. By doing the same stuff over and over and over, making some sacrifices, and this is where the results come. So tracking what you eat and communicating with me, giving me feedback. Okay, whenever you guys can, just give me some feedback. Make sure you guys have your notifications on in the app. I like to hear from you guys. I like to get some communication from you guys. You guys who communicate with me more frequently, over time, long term, are going to be the ones who are going to get the most results out of this program. Checking your calendar off, logging your food, notifications on, communicating, giving me updates, working with your coach. That's the whole point of having a coach, is communicating and working with your coach. So I like to hear when you guys have feedback. Consistency, once again, logging, and persistency, right? So be willing to put forth the effort, because that's what it takes. It takes effort and work, which is logging food, logging workouts, logging cardio, doing the workouts, not skipping the workouts. That's what it's going to take for you to get results. And yeah, it's not easy. It's a challenge. It's hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So make sure you're willing to put in the work. And once again, which is why it's so important to refer back to your notebook or notes, wherever you have it written down, with a pen and a paper. Think about and meditate on what your goals are. And that's going to give you the strength and the energy to put forth that effort that you need to put to reach your fitness goals. You have to have the desire and the will, and you gotta want it bad enough. Like I said, whatever it takes. Logging the food, logging the workouts, working out hard, pushing yourself, working out when you don't feel like working out. If you're being challenged, feel unmotivated, if you feel defeated, if you feel like you fail, the only answer to that is to put forth more effort, which can be challenging, which can be hard, but if we want to get something out of this, we've got to do some hard stuff. We've got to do hard things. We've got to challenge ourselves daily. We do hard things, and our life will start to get easier. If we always choose the easy path and just do what's easiest, our life is going to be harder. And you're going to have a life full of pain and suffering if you always choose what's easy, fun, and expedient. Challenge yourself. Take the hard road. Take the high road. Guys, remember that. Have that mindset. Weak desires bring weak results, and a small amount of fire makes a small amount of heat. So you got to have that desire. You got to want it, which is why it's so, once again, and I'm going to keep referring back to this because it's something that's really helping me out a lot, is writing down your goals in a notebook. I'm going to keep pushing this, because this is, like I said, this is something that's made a huge difference for me, is writing down my goals in a notebook. It's helping to keep me on track and keep me focused. When you write it down with a pen and a paper, it kind of gets burned into your subconscious, and over time you'll start to see yourself doing more and more and more actions that line up with what your actual goals are. Because like I said, it's very easy to lose track. It's very easy to lose focus and start going in the wrong direction that does not take you towards what your goals are. And I know that your goals are important to you, because if they weren't important to you, you wouldn't be here. You're all here for a reason. You all made the choice to get the assistance of a coach, to get some accountability, because it's important to you to stay on track and get results out of this process and reach your fitness goals. It's important for you to be pushed, right? So that's why we're here. So yeah, so it's a challenge. We feel unmotivated at times, but we gotta conquer ourselves, or else we're gonna be conquered by ourselves. So you gotta conquer yourself. You wanna eat this, right? Even though we should be eating that, or we wanna relax on the couch, even though we should be doing something else like working out or whatever. Might be tempted to skip a workout or skip the last set because we feel fatigued, but we know we're supposed to be doing 4 sets, but we half-assed it on that last set, or we only did 3 sets, or whatever it may be. But you gotta conquer yourself constantly, all throughout the week. You gotta work hard, guys. You gotta be willing to pay the price. Cannot have something without giving nothing in return. If you guys, so the main takeaway from this, write your goals down on a piece of paper a couple times a week, because your goals might change as time goes by. You know, slightly change. My goals change a little bit as time goes by. But write them down, and keep pushing yourself inside the gym, taking your last sets to failure, and just keep working on the mental part. The physical part's easy, going into the gym, working out, lifting weights, but it's conquering yourself. That's the challenge there, is conquering yourself. You gotta conquer yourself daily. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are off work or whatever today, go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. Go have a cheat meal, whatever. Enjoy it with your family, all right? You guys take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.